less than an hour after takeoff from Nashville, passengers tell me flight attendants started running up and down the aisles, and then the captain announced they had to make an emergency landing.
Some pretty scary news to report from over the weekend. Not one, but two incidents at airports and airplanes to report. And this is America now. This is the result of unchecked, unfettered mass immigration during the Biden administration and during the Obama era. And now those chickens are coming home to roost, as a flight had to be emergency diverted to arrest a passenger after, I assume, a Muslim passenger had what can only be described as a total and complete meltdown. And then Kansas City Airport, Kansas City International, was also emergency shut down yesterday due to unspecified threat. We actually have audio of that threat, so we're going to take a look at that. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. I upload 3 to 4 videos a day, sometimes more, trying to keep everyone updated. So I hope you will check this out. Let's start with the Atlanta incident. A male suspect was taken into custody after a plane bound for Florida was forced to make an emergency landing due to a security matter back on Friday night. Southwest Airlines Flight 2094 was en route to Nashville, from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale, when the plane was diverted to Harrodsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Immediately after touching down, approximately 9 p.m., Atlanta Police Department officers in tactical gear stormed the cabin as orders were shouted for all passengers to put their hands in the air and keep their heads down. This is what we have to live with now. You take a discount flight, just trying to go to Fort Lauderdale, enjoy some nice weather, and we have someone screaming, "Death to America," on the plane. Footage filmed by at least 2 travelers has been circulating on social media amid claims that the suspect on board had issued a threat. Well, he absolutely did. I have the footage of it. Look at this.
Yeah, this time we need everybody to have their heads down and hands up. Heads down, hands up. Heads down, hands up. Heads down, hands up. I need to see everyone's hands. Heads down, hands up. Heads down, hands up.
Can you imagine? You're already flying Southwest, so it's bad enough. But now you get this terrifying moment.
Heads down.
You can hear the police chanting, "Heads down, hands up."
Okay, babe. Okay.
You can hear people crying.
Stand up, let's go. Everybody heads down. Stand up. Heads down. Stand up.
You hear people crying. Listen to how terrified these people are. And they have every right to be. I happen to think if somebody does, and we have footage of the guy saying exactly what we all know he says, and I'm going to play it. I think if somebody stands up on a plane and says this stuff, you should be able to, justice should be able to be served. That's just my opinion. The people on the plane should be able to do whatever they need to do to feel safe. That's just my opinion.
Heads down, heads down.
You hear the women crying?
Heads down. Ben Johnson, you got me? I got you. Hold it.
I mean, the scarring from that is probably the most insane thing. Here's a different footage of it. And again, I have a footage of the guy issuing the threat. Look at this. Right, here's the cops.
Stand up, let's go. Everybody heads down. Stand up. Heads down.
Oh, they have the guy. Okay, there he is. Oh, brown guy. Oh, well, what it is? Whoa, what a coincidence! We'll wait and see what he said. Now let's see what he said. Here he is. What he says. Passengers have their hands because swap boarded. This is not because of the threat. We know that, but here's the threat. Leaving community notes, which is run by leftoids. You know, Elon's got to get his community notes crap in order. It's an absolute joke. On the stuff, on the fakest of fake news, it's too damn slow. Like people sharing actual AI videos, like very obvious AI videos of like Iran gets 100,000 likes, no community note. Left-wing, right-wing pundits share stuff that's just completely false. It never gets community noted. But you tell me if you think this was warranted. I do. I think it was.
The flag! Fight the bomb, the flag! Death to America, death to Trump!
There's another guy. Death to America, death to Trump!
Allah Akbar!
Oh, no, Allah Akbar.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
By the way, whoever this guy, if this is footage of that event, based Chad.
Sit down. Don't move.
Now, I don't know if that's the actual... Now, the community note says the diversion happened after other passengers reported the man for praying in a foreign language. So this is Southwest 2094. I can't be 1,000% sure. I think that this is a different guy. This is the Southwest flight. This other plane here is not Southwest. So just another guy saying that. This is the Southwest flight. Because you can see the guy who gets arrested in this footage.
Stand up.
Watch.
Stand up.
There he is. Middle Eastern guy. So that other footage I don't believe is this is definitely the Southwest plane. Do we have any more information? Let's see. Southwest. Did you even see this reported? Did you even see this reported? Oh, no credible threat found after Southwest flight is diverted. No credible threat. So here's what had happened. He had set a timer to pray for Ramadan. Okay. That's what South Florida 6 News is reporting. He got arrested for praying. I don't think so. I don't think so. A Southwest airline flight was Fort Lauderdale International Airport on Friday was diverted to Georgia after what the company called a passenger misunderstanding over a phone timer for Ramadan prayer. I don't know about that. We sincerely apologize to our customers for the misunderstanding. That seems like a cover-up. Why did they remove him? And by the way, in case you knew this, didn't know this, by the way, you're all alone when you're up there. Federal air marshals have been removed from commercial flights protecting Americans. So we don't even have federal air marshals. Now, if they diverted the entire plane just because the guy was praying, I don't feel like that's the whole truth. This says a threat aboard Southwest flight to Nashville, Tennessee to Fort Lauderdale was diverted to Atlanta upon landing. They arrested. So there was clearly a threat made. This says the passenger was removed. No credible threat. By the way, not a single mainstream news outlet. So he's praying in a foreign language. Okay, so they arrested him for that? I don't think so. I think there was some sort of... A source within Southwest Airlines confirmed the man was praying aloud. Within an hour after the passengers and crew members became uneasy over the man's behavior, the pilot decided he was praying for an hour. Here, the man had a timer going off every 10 minutes, and he's praying in a foreign language, the passenger said. He's sweating. He keeps asking the flight attendant where his bag is multiple times. Okay, so now it makes a little bit more sense. Why was he so worried about where his bag was? Passengers said the officer shouted, "Stand up," as he approached the man. The plane taxied, waiting the tactical team. I mean, why was he so sweaty? So the guy was seen creating a major scene and continued as if the world was completely unaware of the world around him. This behavior itself would expectantly cause alarm. Another mental health episode. Does anybody remember 9/11? So the dude's only crime was aggressively praying. I don't think that I think that when you look at the reality, someone here accurately writes, we're at war with a major Muslim country right now. Not exactly a good time to drop your guard. Those people are notorious for deliberately creating drama. Remember the clock boy? Yes, I remember the clock boy. You know, I mean, again, the left, this is racism. Well, maybe just save your prayer for after you're off the plane. And then we have this. The all clear given at Kansas City International Airport after it was had to be evacuated due to another threat. This dispatch audio reveals a man called in and said that there were 3 devices were placed in various locations around the airport and said they all had a 1-hour detonation time.
All units, we got a bomb threat called in for 3 explosives, 2 possibly in B concourse, 1 in the parking garage. They gave us an hour detonation time. Now it's saying 45 minutes. This did come in as a live voice called in. Again, 3 explosives, 2 B concourse, 1 in the parking garage.
So it came in as a live voice, not a recording, as I assume what they're saying.
5 minutes detonation time.
Airport Houston, copies.
Only information we got was 3 explosives with a 45-minute detonation time. No further information as far as actual location, just the concourse and the parking garage. There is 1 unattended bag at the crossing front. It has been there for about 20 minutes.
People say this will be the new normal here in America thanks to the Biden administration. Good to know it's taken so seriously and everything has been declared safe. Yes, that is good to know. But this could also be a dry run to test response times. I think this will probably happen more and more often. Lots of dry runs happening, testing response and tactics. Maybe the guy aggressively praying was testing the response and tactics to figure out what law enforcement does. I'm not saying he was, but it could be a dry run. You know, I mean, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that everyone's okay. I'm thankful that maybe it was just a quote unquote prank, but I assume they're going to find out whoever this was and they're going to be arrested. This is just terrifying time in America due to heightened escalations of, you know, obviously with the foreign conflict going on and millions of these people who had flooded in our country over the past several years. Spooky, spooky stuff. Stay safe out there. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.